I am a mother. I have 2 grown-up sons. They are doing fine, thanks to a friendly fate and the right passports. In a night I will never forget, the Sea Watch was called to a boat in distress. In the dark, we found a rubber boat with about 150 men on it, sons of mothers. We arrived at the overcrowded boat. I saw eyes full of panic, despair, and hope. We succeeded in calming them down and just wanted to provide them with life vests to shuttle them to our ship, when all of a sudden, right out of the darkness, a ship of the Libyan Coast Guard arrived and switched on lights. With weapons pointing at us, they shouted at us to piss off. We stepped back, watching the scene from a distance, but we were still near enough to see how one of the soldiers entered the boat and began to hit the refugees with a weapon or a stick. The Coast Guard ship damaged the boat that immediately began to deflate and sink. The people on the boat jumped or fell into the water, panicking. I will never forget their screams. All of a sudden, we were surrounded by men struggling not to drown. We dragged them into our rib boat whenever we could get hold of them. The crew on the Sea Watch threw everything that was floating into the water. 1 meter aside, I saw a boy fighting for his life. He held out his hand for me, but I could not reach him. And before my very eyes, I saw him drown. 2 minutes later, I saw him again floating. With all my strength, I pulled him into the boat and at once began to reanimate him. Another refugee helped me with this, lending me his legs as a stable underground. But then I had to make a horrible decision. Just alongside, there again were people drowning. And to save them, I had to stop the resuscitation. I pulled the survivors just upon the dead body. Hours later, when we had saved 120 human beings and lost at least 30, when we had left the dead bodies in the abyss of the sea, except the 4 that had died on our rib boats, and when we had fled the Libyans, when we had provided the survivors with water, a shower, shelter, and a little bit of comfort, 3 young men came to me. They were looking for their little brother. I brought them to our hospital, where we had stowed the dead in body bags. I opened the bags. In the 3rd one, they found their little brother. They had left their country as 4 brothers. He was the youngest one. He was 14 years old when he died. I cried together with his brothers, who were desperate that they had not been able to protect him. I am a mother. I am so happy that my sons are doing fine. I wish every mother to be as happy as I am. And I am utterly sad and angry and desperate that I am a citizen of a Europe that refuses mothers their right to know their children are alive. Children are swallowed by the mass grave Mediterranean, not in our name. People are abused as game figures in a perfidious political game, not in our name. Refugees are called human meat and rescuers criminals, not in our name. We claim that there are no borders for human rights. We claim that who takes has also to give. We claim that Europe faces up to its responsibility. We pledge resistance against the inhumanity of European politics. We pledge to fight on for the right to rescue.